Hello everybody and welcome back to another gold analysis video. So in this video I'll not only be for analyzing gold which could potentially move in the next week, but I'll also be analyzing what trades could have been potentially taken this week so that we can familiarize with our setup and gain confidence on whatever we're doing. So without wasting any more time, let's just dive straight into the analysis. So, first of all, this is where the market opened. Okay, what was the plan for the week? If it had halted here, I would have taken the upside trade, right? And I think I had also mentioned if it had come up and it halted, I would have taken the reversal trade. So the reversal trade was pretty much intact. You take the trade at the crossing when it comes back into the zone with the previous retracement as the stop loss and the support zone as the target. So you gotta want us to do at this point. Okay. No, when I talk about my trade, okay. So I entered here. I entered pretty much early. Not even here. Because I had marked the zone a bit faulty and my entry was pretty much here with the stop loss. And the trade, it came as though just to hit my stop loss and then went in my favor. I did not re-enter because it was Monday and I wasn't confident enough to take the shot. Okay, and it was going. I saw it go slowly towards my target and I was just frustrated, obviously. Okay, but nonetheless, the the trade is this. Okay, this is the trade. Trade number one. Then my second trade was at this point. Okay, so there is something I call the black box failure setup. Okay, so when a horizontal level has been broken once, okay, it and that is a straight break, so it pulls back to remove the impulsive buyers out here. So it goes back to hit these seller stop losses and comes back into the zone to continue the trend. Okay, that is called the black box setup, and this is originated from my mentor, and I give credits to him completely. So when I consider that, okay, the black box, so I have devised something called the black box failure setup on my own. Okay, and that is pretty much like this black box setup failing. Okay, so it comes up, hits the seller stop losses, comes down again, okay, and it fails to go down and comes back into the horizontal zone, which means that this trend is possible. Okay, so I had that plan and I took the trade here when the zone had crossed with the stop loss, and my stop loss was taken out before hitting my resistance target, right? So I am not considering this the trade because this I realized my mistake later. This was a mini support zone which is not to be considered for any such trades, right? Mini zone is never considered as a major zone for taking a trade and is never a basis of trade, so keep that on your mind. The next trade where we could potentially find this is a chaotic zone, so leave it, break down, retest, retest 2, retest 3, retest 4. Okay, so my plan would have been to enter if this had broken, head and shoulder pattern had formed, and I would have taken this trade, but it just straight broke. Okay, that is also a part of my setup. If of a definite pattern is being formed, that is resistance support, resistance support, resistance support, and if that pattern does not continue into the hot resistance, the probability of breaking out is pretty much high, right? So the second trade could have been somewhere like this. Will be a stop loss, and this will be your target, and here stop loss would have gone because of this uh, impulsive candle and you could have re-entered if you had choice back here. And then the next trade, I was clearly planning for a reversal trade because this is a straight break and it has been halting here for a very long time. Just imagine, The breakout came at 9 p.m. IST, and it was holding till here 6 of me in the morning. So that is around 9 hours. Right, 9 hours it has been halting, and all the buyers have been invited, and I'm surprised at this further breakout of the trade. And the next trade, major resistance, okay, comes halts in so it is halting at resistance, gathering all the stop loss of sellers above, and basically targeting the breakout. My plan was to uh, get this M pattern form and then reverse. I have even updated this trade in the group, but this breakdown did not happen, and it just broke out from this point. So where was my entry? My entry was here. Okay, I placed the stop loss here. It hit my stop loss. Okay, it hit my stop loss. Came back again to my entry. Okay, if I re-entered, again it hit my stop loss. I would have lost my confidence, and boom, all the way to my target. So this week was pretty unfortunate for me because most of my trades, were just hit my stop loss and just hit my target later on. But the takeaway I am gathering from here is, you know, um, that is to, in this case, inverted resistance. So you place your stop loss below the retracement and not below the red candle or the green candle for that matter of fact. And then one last trade we got on Friday evening. What is this? Head and shoulder, breakdown, major zone, breakdown, halt. So I took the entry at this cross, but I observed that halt upper after the halt you get another halt. So you basically, this is one halt, this is halt number 2. So this halt is ideally the sign of a reversal, and I was planning to shift the trade, but XNS had hanged by then. XNS hanged by then, so it was not good for me to trade. So that was it, and you could have first taken the buy side trade here. It hits the stop loss, okay, immediately, but you should have realized it and you should have switched it to a sell side trade, and you would have got the target till the support. So that is all for the previous week's analysis. So let's start fresh with the next week's analysis. If you can come or mark the zones now. So this, I think, is a great zone to mark. Should be marked in blue because this is minor zone. And yep, this is you should adjust this a bit. 33, 37. Yes, this is fine. Okay, this is a good zone. And how is this valid? Support, resistance. Now it is coming and taking the support. Good. Let us move to the next zone. The next zone I can spot is here at this point. It is not to be this big. Okay, so I will adjust this to a shorter length. Yes, this should work. I will mark this in black because this is a major zone. And how is this a major zone and how is it verified? Support, resistance. Valid? Yep, works. Let's move to marking another major zone. If we can see the chart, I'm able to see a major zone at this point. Alright. This is a major zone. How is it proved? Support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, liquidity, approved. Yep, works. So the major zones are intact. Now all you have to go to the 15-minute time frame and mark the minor zones. So minor zone here will be this horizontal level. Okay, let me get the color. So horizontal level, this will act as minor zone. And yes, this is pretty much it. Yep. If we can, if there's a big lot here, we can consider booking here. If we don't want to hold a big trade, this is also a zone. So the plan for Monday, the most weighted part, right? Let's go. So what is happening here? Inward head and shoulder, normal head and shoulders at the major resistance zone. Breakdown, retest, lower low, everything slow selling. But the slow selling is the problem. So I will have a bullish bias, right? And if we draw the Fibonacci from here to here, this is at 0.382 to 2.5 zone, which is the ideal trend continuation. So ideally I would want this trade to come here, hold, form the M or whatever trap, or even if it does not form this, give a straight break, we will enter here with the stop loss for a target of this and above, a bit above. So this point, this will be the liquidity zone. So till here we can target, right? So the first plan will be invite and entering at this point for a target of this 2665, which is the round number. You have to book there, right? No questions asked. That is the booking point, 2665. So the first plan will be this. Now second plan, for the bearish side, what can potentially happen? So it has come back to the support. This is a breakout zone, right? This is a breakout zone. It has come back to retest. In case if it halts here, invites the buyer again and again, then we will look for the downside and this crossing for a target of this as 1 and this the bigger one as target 2. Is it clear? So let me mark it. So the first will be this, second will be this until the lower zone, right? And now the third plan, there's another to it. Wait, please hold on. What is this? A bigger head and shoulder. If it breaks straight open, and if it by chance gives you a halt here, then that is a boon to you. You will capture this very big trend for a very small stop loss. You will have a very huge risk reward. Is this clear? So the second trade would be this. And the third and the most expected or the most favorable trade is this. Look at how huge the target is. If only it comes here, then man, think you're blessed. It's a very big trade. So that is it for the video, guys. If you have any queries, you can drop into my number which is given here, and you can join my Telegram for trade updates. And if you want to trade in gold, the link of the Access Broker is given in the caption. And one last thing, I've been making all my videos in English, so if you want any other language, please feel free to comment down the language, and if I know it, I will try to make the video on that language. Thank you. Have a profitable journey ahead.